So I got a bit of an update on the renovation. I got all the plumbing ready to go for the bathroom in the new part. What you're seeing here is the back of the bathtub in the main part of the house. And these plumbing lines go into the new section through that wall. All of this was PVC originally, coming from the bathtub here. And then when this was a barn, these would go out hot and cold for the horses and whatnot. So I just cut the PVC, transitioned over to PEX, and then this is a separate water line of cold going to the outside of the house. I put on a hose bib, and I'll show you that in a second. But I've got shut-off valves here, which I never had before, so I put these in if I ever want to turn it off in the other part, or especially turn off this hose in the wintertime so it doesn't freeze. But kind of an interesting thing about this whole back part is I've had mice up in the attic, and sometimes I would hear them going up behind this bathtub from time to time. And I never tore this all apart. This used to just be drywall here. So I tore it apart, and I put there'll be a board here that's easy to access to get into all this, and whatnot. But anyways, this down here was just a gaping hole where all that gravel is. So whenever they busted up the foundation to put in the drainage lines here, they just left it wide open. I mean, it just went down a few inches into dirt right there. And what I learned is that's where the mice were coming in, is underground, under the foundation. They were coming in here. And the reason I know that is I put just a little bit of gravel down, and then what I saw is a tunnel forming right around here where they would kick it out and come in. So I packed it down real tight with gravel. I didn't put cement here. I figured gravel should be fine for this. And set some traps up, and I caught 4 of them already. And even before, this was all filled with mice nests, like from 15, 20 years worth of mice probably. They tore all the insulation, they chewed it all up and dragged it down and built nests all in here. So I cleaned all that up and got rid of it. And now I'm just going to try to manage it and see. I haven't caught any in the last 2 nights, so I may have got all of them that were moving around here. There's probably some babies way back there somewhere, but at any rate, this is all sealed up now for the most part, and if they do start digging through that now that it's packed in, then I'll just have to add some cement. But yeah, so I got the lines in. I'll show you the other part of the bathroom now. Alright, so now we're in the new part of the bathroom, the new bathroom. And this is where those lines came out from behind the bathtub in the main part of the house. So hot and cold come across here, and then this will be where the sink is. So I got these ready to go. All this is pressurized, and I haven't had any leaks yet in the last couple hours. I'm going to keep an eye on it, but I'm hoping it's going to all be okay. But I got hot and cold for the sink. These are shut-off valves here, so they're cut off. It's not spraying everywhere. Cold comes across for the toilet. And then this is that third line that comes out and goes all the way outside for the hose. I wanted to put the hose closer to the corner back there, but the trouble I had was getting this PEX around this corner with this 6x6 here. Getting an angle around that, it was just too tough to do in this corner. I'm sure there's a trick for that. I don't know what it is. So essentially right out through this 6x6, which I didn't even want to drill through that, but I ended up drilling through it. The hose is on the outside there. I'll show you that in a minute. But shower comes across here, hot and cold. And then, like I said, this is pressurized, but I just got these caps on here for now to keep it from, flooding. But that'll be where the shower valve goes. And I need to probably get that online. Shower valve will be mounted right up here on this, and then come up through here, and that's where the downspout, whatever you call it, shower head will go. So that's all ready to go. I'm just going to keep an eye on it and make sure nothing leaks over the next, well, who knows how long. I may not put the fixtures in here until next year, really. I don't know. It's all expensive stuff in this part, and this is not an essential part of the job right now. But let me show you the hose outside. There's Ricky. He wants to play. But yeah, so I got a hose outside here now. Finally. I've never had one before, which is bizarre that this house has been here for so long without an outside hose. Anytime I needed to water the garden or any of the trees or anything, I had to run it from inside the barn and through the doors and all that. But you can see everything's good. So That's a big, it's such a simple thing, but it's a big deal to me to finally have that. So, all right, well anyways, next up is the ceiling. I'm going to keep an eye on that plumbing, make sure nothing leaks, and then get the ceiling in. And I've been doing some testing. This is just a piece of pine, but that's how the ceiling is going to look. It'll be plywood sheets, so 4x8 sheets, but whitewashed pickling, they call that, where you turn the wood kind of white with a little bit of the grain showing through. And then I'm going to do tongue and groove paneling along the sides, and I'm pretty sure these are the colors I'm going to use. I'm going to vary the wood, so you have a different color every so often, different shade, kind of all the way around. But more to come on that in the future. There's the update.